All right. Okay, keeping it consistent with whatever's in the pantry, whatever's in the cupboard, whatever's in the fridge, whatever's in the freezer. So there's a combination of good stuff going on here. Just random chef. And the pasta. The water was already boiling. You know, make sure of that. And you don't need to add anything like they tell you on the shows, like salt and bloody oil and all that. You just put a bit of oil in it after you've drained it so that it doesn't all stick together. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I do. Like, really, I've said it before. I'm not going to play around with that too much. I'm just making sure that it's all sort of separated in there. You know, when you put it in there, it's important. And you don't need to cook that till it's, falls apart. Yeah, all right. I'm not an expert on cooking pasta, but I have cooked a lot of it in my life. So I'm about to drain the oil on this random tin of tuna that was in the cupboard. There's two of them, but I'm only going to use one. You know, it's only I'm just going to do it in there, drain the oil, and then put that oil somewhere better than, I'm not going to put it down the sink. And then I'll add some lemon, some pepper to that. Yeah, some lemon and some pepper to that tuna because I'm just going to throw it all together. I'm just going to throw all of this together. And then I think I might duck off to Woolies or Coles and get some cheese and maybe one or two other ingredients. But other than that, I'm sticking with the theme. But it should have cheese. I'm not sure what I'll put on that, but it will have. Okay, lovely. There you go. Draining the oil. Can you see it? You can see it in the bottom there. Yeah. I'll drain that. See? Into there. Yeah. That will do. Lovely. Now, see the oil from the tuna. I've added a bit of pepper. I'll add the lemon shortly. And to get more juice out of the lemon, you roll it or you put it in the microwave for a short period. It's got a couple of imperfections, or that one. That's just a bit of dirt, I think, that one. So, yeah, you just roll it or you can stick it in the microwave. I don't know how long that is for. Maybe, 10, 15 seconds. I don't know. Might be 30 seconds. I think 30 seconds would be a bit too long. Probably 10 or 15 seconds. But I'll use that oil for the pasta. Too easy. Once I drain it through the colander, I'll just I'll put it in this container and let it sit until I'm ready to use it. Eh? Oh, what a mad hack that is. Eh? Resourceful. Repurposing stuff. Social distances. So there you go. Eh? There you go. So it isn't stuck together, but it will if you leave it and it just sits. As long as you drop that in the water that's at bubbling, boiling, and you just, make sure that none of it's sticking together when you put it in the boiling water. It won't stick together, but it will if you leave it. And I kind of rinse mine too sometimes. Just depends what I'm doing. So I'm going to drop that in the oil, and that pot that the spaghetti came out of, I'm going to use to mix it all up with before I put it in a casserole dish, because I'm actually going to do it in the oven. It's going to be a little bit like a pasta bake with a twist, yeah. And then I'll just mix all that through, Yeah, I know. Keeping it real. Lovely. And it'll have that tuna flavour through it. And it doesn't matter a little bit about the oil, because I'm not cooking food like this all the time. But yeah, that's just something. I just made that up off the top of my head. Adding thought, you know what, instead of just pouring some canola oil or, whatever, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, olive oil, there's different types of oil out there now, so many different ones for keto and whatever you're into, whatever your thing is, whatever floats your boat. But you know what, That smells good already. All right, chill. So I did give the lemon about 15 seconds and in the microwave, and it feels all right. It was okay. And then I gave it a bit of a roll on the bench also. So now I'm going to use that same spaghetti colander to distribute the, it saves me having to put my hands in there and get messing around and missing a seed or two and having to dig it out. So, yeah, And I like to clean up as I'm going along and reduce the amount of, kitchen stuff that I'm going to use. Oh, look at that. It's going to be so good. Infused tuna. Even the pasta's infused with the oil from the tuna. Lovely. Yeah, that was one big ass lemon too. But that's great. All right. Now I'm going to break it up with a fork. I already started. I want it all flaky. I don't want big chunks in there because I'm only using one tin. So I kind of just want it to go all through. One tin, one packet of pasta. And I'm using one hand here. I should have set up the gimbal, the DJI or whatever it is, OM4 gimbal. I should have set that up. But anyway, this has got pepper through it. You getting motion sickness yet? It's got pepper through it. And the lemon. And then I'll cut these up. As I said, it's going in the oven. And I'll grab some cheese. And I'll put that in there. It may need a bit more, something else to make it wet. I've got something else in the cupboard. There'll be something there. Guaranteed it's either a packet of this or something similar. But I like it to be moist. There's nothing worse than having some dish that you've cooked in the oven with pasta, like a pasta bake or an oven bake or whatever you want to call it. And it's dry, So, okay, lovely. And I'll pop it all back in this pot, mix it up. And when I get it out, I'll use the scraper so that I get everything, It's nothing, how when you're doing that and you leave half of it in the dish and the oven, what will I cook it in? Which one? This one. It's not too big, it's not too small. That'll do. And I may not even have to grease that up because, there should be maybe enough oil in the pasta, but I might just lightly grease it, just so it doesn't too much doesn't stick to the bottom of the preheat the oven and all that stuff. I may not get to that process with you all, but you're seeing this. So and then there'll be a bit of cheese on top. I don't know, I might get some baby spinach. I might throw a bit of that in there. I might get a bit of capsicum. I don't know. There's no rules. It's whatever. Like I said, keeping it with whatever's in the cupboard, pantry, fridge, freezer, and just, put it all together. Be creative. Google, or search, taste.com's got simple recipes. There's other, Google like 3 or 4 recipe meals. There's some Facebook pages and other social media platforms that show you those things. I'm just sharing my experience with you, a little bit of my twisted, dry, dark, insane humour, perhaps, some might say. All right, enjoy, people. All right, so I haven't cut those too thick, the carrots, and I haven't even peeled them because I'm lazy, right? Random chef, whatever. It's all been washed, the zucchini. I'm going chunky. I'm going with the chunky. And I haven't diced that either. I was going to do that in I was going to do long strips of the onion actually, but that'll do. It's just going to go in there like that, a little bit of raw steak. So, and I'll mix that all through. and then I'll pop it in there and add those other items that I spoke of shortly. All right, thank you very much. All right, it's all in there, as you can see. You know, I'll give it a bit of a mix through. I really don't want to break up that pasta too much, so I'll kind of just, you know, toss it around a little bit without digging the. I need to be a little bit better set up, don't I? Really, a bit raw, a bit random, a bit feral, but it's all good. But you get the idea, right? And as I said before, I'll put a little bit of mono or polyunsaturated oil. That I'll just, with a bit of paper towel, I'll just give that and go up the edges here as well. And then I'll find some more of this stuff in the cupboard. Yeah, all good. Oh, my enthusiasm today. And see, I put a little bit of milk in that and get the rest of the, make sure you do the lid up. Well, it might look a bit suspicious. This dripping off the roof and the cupboard doors. What have you been doing at home? So, and just get the rest of the ingredients out of there and, you know, put it in there. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you could add, like I said, I did find another packet of something that's similar. It was a creamy, cheesy, potato bakey thing. Whatever's in the cupboard, whatever's in the fridge, whatever's in the pantry, whatever's in the freezer, that'll do you. That'll do you. And that's no here you make carbonara. How did that go? That was crap. All right, let's do this. There you go. Hey, see? And I mean, you know, you don't want it wet like that wet that it's sloppy. So, you know, sometimes you might have to add a bit of corn flour or whatever other type of thickener or starch product that you want to use, you know, that will thicken it up. If ever, a bit of rice flour, I don't know what you use. But me, I go with corn flour sometimes. I'll use, if I'm doing a flavour, a soup mix is sufficient. Yeah? All right, I'll get on with this process. Oh, right. I wish we had smell-o-vision because you can smell the lemon. And that dish is just big enough. It's probably, I don't know, 30 centimetres by 20. I'm not sure, or 18. But I'll scrape out some of that. So that's not too bad. But that dish is just big enough. So now all I'm going to add to that are the couple of ingredients that I mentioned before. A bit of cheese on top. I'm not sure what cheese yet. And I might get a little packet of baby spinach. And I'm just, you know, I'm not worried about blending it through. I may not even. I may just get the cheese and that'll do. That'll do, yeah. Okay, people. You know, check out my TikTok. I don't know, I might leave a link in the description. And check out my Facebook page. Maybe you don't want to do that. But yeah, check out my TikTok and my YouTube, and I'll leave maybe a link in the description. Well, I think this is going to be on YouTube, this one. What an idiot. Yeah, okay, all good. Yeah, thanks for watching.